cool, after you burn these seams, which I'll show you, and this is cooling off, then you can go install that. And then you can come back over here to a distance where there's no lost time. Use your hours really wisely, all right? So look at your blueprint and go to that section. Now what section is that? That's carpet A. Right?
Yeah, carpet A.
Carpet A. Yeah, so, fix that green stuff. Give me that piece in that other box. Oh, actually, give me that piece of carpet. There's one. The orange back. Save this for the test. This is nice for the test. Let's trim that. This is way too big. Okay, so you see what it says where the seam placement is? For carpet A? 2 foot. So it's 2 foot off that back wall. So if you really wanted to, you can make sure this edge is straight, cut this at 2 feet, just net it on that wall. And you know you're at 2 feet, so let's do it that way. Alright? Now it doesn't show nap direction on here. Okay, the way to test nap direction, I showed these other guys is, you got a pencil, you got a pencil on you?
Here you go.
Round one, I need a round one. Mr. Chuck. So if you cut this, we have to cut this into 4 pieces right now, put it back together. I don't give you the fill pieces and stuff. So you see how this has got 3 sections? We're going to cut this apart, take these pieces and trim it, but I'm going to show you that. If you do that, and you happen to turn these the wrong way, they go in backwards, it's not good, okay? So you got to keep it in that direction the right way. You just take a piece of paper and you rub this, and the carpet, and this is supposed to move. See it moving? So it's moving in that direction, which will be smooth, which is correct. So when you cut all your pieces, before you put them in, make sure they're all laying the right way. Even with the tacking pad, just make sure everything's laying the right way. You can make notations on the back of this, make an arrow, which I'll do, I'll show you, so you know which way it's going. All right, the other thing you have to remember that anytime you use a top cutter or a loop top cutter, any cutter, it's got 2 blades. The blade always faces the seam cutter. Okay? Because then you cut it tight. You cut it with the back of the blade, the back blade, you'll leave that distance on the carpet, which will be healed. And as tight as the cut is, it'll never be tight because the 2 heels will pin each other and stay open. All right? So you need to keep that blade close to your cut edge. I'm going to cut this at 2 feet. I left plenty of carpet for you guys to play with to this point. This is supposed to be cut tight. So now you have to open up this row. This has to be cut. What's it say about this carpet? So you have to be cut lower up. What does it say about the seam? Read that, see what it says. One has to be trace cut, one has to be across seam.
The whole seam edges on the length. Number 5.
Both seam edges on the length.
Both seam edges on the length. And what's it say for the cross seams? Does it say?
Row, trace cut, fill section, cross seams.
Okay, so this tolerance on my graded sheet, probably within an 1/8 or a 1/4. So when you're doing things, if it says 2 feet, and if you're at, 23 7/8, you got it. You know what I'm saying? They want to make sure you follow directions. You guys ever opened rows like this before?
Yeah.
No, right? You see what I'm doing? See how easy that looks? Sometimes it's not that easy.
Depending on the carpet.
It depends on the carpet. You can use a letter opener. You can use a screwdriver, is really good. The back of this is great. I mean, sometimes you can just put this in here. Just open up the row with this. All right? So we got to check that out. So the reason I'm going to start this net, because this is straight, so I'm going to start it over there. I'm measuring 2 feet over. I'm also going to cut this seam good right away. So I don't have to cut this thing twice. All right? So you got me? So I'm going to put the blade on this side to cut this tight. You have a loop pile cutter?
Yeah.
I prefer a loop pile cutter. Got the blade on the bottom of it, it doesn't dig into the wood. So when you're cutting it, it digs into the wood. Sometimes you get a funky cut.
What is that called?
This is a loop pile cutter. Now think about this. Can you see?
Got one sec?
That's the leg guy out there.
He's been around since I started. Park Avenue.
How long was that?
24 years ago?
Oh, shit.
Never did carpet. 24 years. Never did.
Wow, so you've been in a unit 24, you never did carpet?
I mean,
What local you in?
What? 2027.
Me too.
Never did.
I did carpet, but
Wooden VCT.
Really? That's crazy.
You just look amazing.
I would never have not done that for 24 years. I mean, like, but resources kept you busy, right?
No, I started with Circle, then went to Nastasi White, then Hoffman, then Resource, then
With
National.
now?
They got a lot of wood? They got a lot of wood?
Oh, what national, I know.
Yo, you can put in a good word for me?
I'm nobody. I used to be somebody, but you know what? It turns out you're just a number.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just ran a
I'm
huge
just a
77-story building
Really?
downtown.
Actually,
And then I-
So you was a foreman.
Right?
I tell you what,
What's his name?
become a shop store, right? Right? Become a shop store, get all your regular certifications, and then you could put in to become a site safety manager. Stupid money.
Yeah,
Stupid money.
I know. I heard.
Stupid money.
Yeah.
The guys that used to be in the local, they retire and they doing that shit now, making stupid money. That's what I'm aiming for. Tired of working on my knees, bro.